Hello everyone, I'm Nido King. I'm just looking for fun and feeling groovy. Sadly, we don't have a whole lot of either of those in Fable. Last time, we got some kelp weed from some seahorses, and now I'm gonna go feed it to an angry crab. Because that's the way logic works in this game.
Now this is a nice thing you've gone and done, giving me this kelp. I'm really touched. I'd like you to have my favorite shovel.
Does this mean I can keep it forever and ever?
That's right. It's yours to have. Now stop getting mushy on me or I'll change my mind.
Okie dokie.
And with that, we have a shovel.
This could come in handy in the future.
Far in the future, of course.
I see you're handy with the seaweed.
You could say that. What can I do for you?
Well, among all the other things, I really just want to know about this building.
What is this strange building?
Actually, that's a mystery. No one really knows what it's doing down here.
I've been looking all over for this place.
Lucky for you, you're standing right in front of it.
I should avoid mentioning the shovel.
How do I get into this building?
I haven't got the foggiest idea. Why not try the front door?
That's easier said than done. Have you seen that electric eel over there?
Well, he's another problem. I just avoid him altogether. But then I could care less about going into that old building.
But I must find out what's in there. My life depends on it.
Stop your crying. It's really nauseating.
Speaking of which,
I would again like to thank you for the shovel.
Oh, stop it before I change my mind. It was my favorite one, you know.
Oh really? So you're gonna miss it then?
Oh, just stop it. That's enough of that shovel business.
Leroy is a gardener. He shares a landscaping business with his brother William. Leroy suffers from hypertension. He actually tends a seaweed garden here in his free time to reduce stress.
okay, pop quiz. What item in this room do we need to interact with? Why, of course, it's that tiny shell right between Quickthorpe and Leroy.
Oysters are quite rare at the bottom of the sea. A few can still be found scattered about.
I can't get it open.
Well, don't worry. We've got tons and tons of inventory. And the item we need here is the knife that it forced us to pick up back in Chapter 1.
Bummer. There's no pearl in it.
Yeah, okay, I lied. We don't need to open this oyster. There are some oysters down here that we need to open, though. And now we know how to do it with a knife. In the meantime, I've got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. Let's just see where this path goes, shall we? It leads to the shell, which is a bit more impressive from farther away.
William is a crab, but he's quite a nice fellow when you're on his good side.
That's quite a nice pad you got.
Thanks, but I'm just a hired claw. I do the gardening and various sanitary services. This luxurious private garden estate actually belongs to Master Pearlman Cowpa.
Where can I find this Mr. Cowper?
He's indoors, probably relaxing. I wouldn't want to disturb him.
I see you're trimming the seaweed.
That's quite an observation. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to work.
What's the matter? Ain't you got no rhymes for me?
Excuse me for being bored. I'll just go bother some security guards.
William is a cranky old crab, but he's quite a nice fellow when you're on his good side.
The I in William is capitalized. And they're also missing an E in gardener. Some quality control.
A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
Yeah, except for the misspellings. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Kalpa.
Yes, may I help you?
Well, there's one obvious right choice. Let's have some fun.
Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
Go get a real job, you bum.
Oh, it didn't work.
Yes, may I help you?
Could I have a glass of water, please?
Use the hose in the garden, you wise guy.
Alright, we'll say the right thing.
Yes, may I help you?
My name is Quickthorpe. What's yours?
Go get a job, you bum.
Well, it's some name. Okay, I guess we can't get in there after all.
That's a pretty nice private garden he's got. This guy must be rich.
Well, that's what I need to say. I've come to watch your flowers growing. But there's nothing that we can do here just yet, and no indication of why or what it is that we do need to do. So let's just head back to the crossroads here and take the only path left. Which is right. Then again,
The sand looks quite soft around here.
I'm getting the urge to do some digging.
I guess there's nothing to dig up here.
We won't be able to find anything until we know where to dig. So, off we go to the path in this direction, which leads over to the edge of the abyss. Well, hello! Let the morning sun drop all its petals on me. What a beauty.
Yoo-hoo. Here I am.
I'm saving the game before I have anything to do with this woman.
These deep trenches carve the bottom of the sea into dark chasms. The edges can be extremely dangerous. Visibility is fairly good. There are no sharks in the abyss.
I don't think sharks are the thing we need to worry about.
I've been waiting for someone to come along and manhandle me.
Oh dear.
A sexy doll-faced siren is sitting on a rock in the middle of the abyss. She's quite charming, but be careful. She can be quite vicious.
How do I know this isn't a trick?
You silly boy. Tricks are for kids. Do I look like a kid to you?
I can't say what you look like really, but you sure look good.
That's what I'm here for. To be good to you. That is, if you've got what it takes to step onto this rock with me.
Only if you take off that bulky swimsuit.
But it's not a swimsuit. It's my real skin.
I see what you mean. I think I'll stick with my own kind, thank you very much.
Come back here, you wimp. I'm not through with you.
Phew, that was close.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, she can lead you to your doom.
Don't be afraid, I'm coming.
Life, I love you! And, of course, she's ugly. It just wouldn't be funny if she weren't ugly, would it? Anyway, all is groovy, because I saved the game, so I can just restore right back to here. It's been a while since we had a game over, hasn't it?
There's a few oyster shells laying around here.
Yep. This is why we need to come to this room. We don't even need to worry about the siren at all. We need to crack open the oysters.
There's nothing in here.
Oh, there's another one somewhere. Where is it? There it is.
Cool, there's something inside this shell.
This pearl is going to feel nice in your pocket.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Darn, I was really hoping. Anyway, now that we've got a pearl, let's go back and talk to Mr. Kalpa. Feeling groovy.
Yes, may I help you?
May I use your bathroom, please?
Go jump in a hole, you bum. I thought I told you to get lost.
Could I interest you in some pearls?
Please come in. What did you say your name was?
Yeah, the game doesn't tell you that you need pearls, you just have... Wait a second. Is that a lamppost in that collection of junk? Hello, lamppost. What you knowin'? It's got a little box, too.
There's nothing of interest in this box. Most of Kalpa's personal artwork and interior designs falls into the famous Kilsod period.
I wonder what he keeps in there.
Kalpa is so rich that he has his own colour TV. That is beyond the range of Quickthorpe's natural abilities.
Alright, let's just talk to him, find out what he knows.
He's a bit flaky, this guy, but I guess most rich people are. I don't see anything else of interest.
Interested.
Would you be interested in my pearls?
I'm very interested in pearls. What have you got to show me?
It all depends on how interested you are.
Like I said, I'm very interested. But if you're trying to squeeze something out of me, you can forget it.
Not even the directions to the Engulfed Fortress?
If you weren't my guest, I'd have you thrown out. But since you are a stranger, I feel it is only fair to warn you to stay away from the Engulfed Fortress. That is, if you ever care to see the light of day again.
Couldn't you at least tell me something that might be helpful?
I want to see some pearls first.
Could I use your bathroom first?
There is no point in trying to play games with me. Out you go.
Okay, first, slow down. You move too fast. Which is weird, because you're a turtle. Second, I've got a pearl.
This is one of the smallest pearls I've ever seen. It's very nice, but you can't expect me to get excited or jump up and down over one teeny-weeny little pearl. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to come up with more than this to show me.
Well, all I wanted was some information. Alright, this was a waste of time. Catchy music, though. Okay, back on the road. There must be something else that we haven't done yet. And as a matter of fact, there's a hidden path.
Okay, I'm looking at it. So what about it?
Well, what about it is that it leads to an important place that we need to go to. Namely, the Coral Path. It's not really hidden, but it's a bit tucked away. And that cave looks interesting and important. So we'll just slowly saunter over to it.
The road stops here for you, stranger.
Hello there, Aquaman. My name's Quickthorpe.
I am Kor, guardian of the sea. Or at least I was a long time ago. Now I'm just an ordinary sector guard on minimum wage.
Try to imagine how fantastically little I care.
I hate this job.
Actually, I probably wanted to know more about that.
The road stops here for you, stranger.
Are you the nasty sea monster that I've heard about?
You must be talking about Vivian, the Gorgon. She's nasty, all right. She's my boss.
Do you know where she lives?
She lives down in the caves between the Engulfed Fortress and the Land of Shadows. Every 10 years, she goes to the surface to feed. You should be careful while you're down here. She has a weakness for human flesh.
What can you tell me about the Engulfed Fortress?
The Engulfed Fortress is one of the remains of your world in the ancient times when the Mechubars were on this planet. It all happened hundreds of years ago when there was a great explosion that nearly destroyed our entire world. Mountains and entire cities crumbled and were buried in deep caves under the sea. It is said that in the Land of Shadows there is an ancient lost city from your world. I've even heard that there are rivers flowing with lava and fire. Anyway, it isn't the kind of place I'd want to go for a vacation.
Who were the Mechubars really?
All I know about them is that they came from a distant galaxy. And when the Mechubars left, they did it with a big bang. One thing is sure. They had some kind of mysterious power or technology that the humans were after. All that's gone now. I may be wrong, but I've got a hunch that the answer to all of this mess with the Mechubars is lost somewhere deep in the Engulfed Fortress. As for me, I'll be spending the rest of eternity guarding this tunnel like a schmuck.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
I admire your courage. You remind me of when I was young. I wish you the best of luck.
So yet more easily missable exposition.
The road stopped.
Hello there, Flipper. My name's Quickthorpe.
I hate this job.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to get anything out of him. But that's okay. I don't need to worry about him anyway. Unless he'll take a bribe.
He appreciates the offer, but it's going to take more than that to get by him.
Oh, I got a whole pile of jewels, if he doesn't realize they're fake.
He appreciates the offer. He appreciates the offer.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Nope, I'm going to need a lot more money than that to bribe this guy. And of course, I'm not giving him the 4 gems. So, let's see if there are any more oysters with pearls in them.
There's nothing in here. There's a pearl in this oyster shell. I'll just help myself, thank you.
Well, that's at least one more. Although I don't know if Kelp is going to be impressed with 2 pearls, considering that he didn't care about 1.
Cool, this oyster's got a pearl in it.
Quickthorpe takes the lovely pearl.
Alright, I'm pretty sure now I've got all the pearls.
I thought I told you to get lost.
Could I interest you in some pearls?
Please come in. What did you say your name was?
Ah, how quickly he forgets. But that's alright, because now I've got something impressive to show him. 3 times a completely worthless trinket.
Well, well, what have we here? This is quite a rare find. I've been searching all my life for 3 identical pearls.
I guess they are pretty identical, but they're quite lovely. I was going to give them as a pearl necklace to my girlfriend. Oh well, there goes that idea. Not to mention the favors I would have gotten in return.
Don't you worry. Wait till you see what I'm going to give you. You won't even remember you had a girlfriend.
Cool, what is it?
It's the only map in existence to the legendary lost treasure of King Tut.
Wow, thanks a million. I can't wait to go and hunt for it.
You see? You've completely forgotten about her already.
Forgotten about who?
That was actually kind of a funny joke.
It's a map of a completely unheard of legendary treasure that was presumably buried in the sea a long time ago. The black X marks the spot where the legendary treasure of King Tut might be buried. That is beyond the range of Quickthorpe's natural abilities.
Well, maybe he hasn't already dug up the treasure. I suppose it could still be buried. I mean, that map looks like a pretty familiar screen. And I've got to stretch out the video somehow. I mean, you gotta make the morning last. You are watching this in the morning, right? I mean, I'd hate for it to be the last thing that you saw on a particular day.
It's strange, but it looks like the sand texture is a bit clumpy on this spot.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just buried since we got the map. I'm quite convinced of this.
After hours of furious digging, Quickthorpe strikes something hard in the ground and pulls out what appears to be a treasure chest.
Wouldn't you know it, there's a lock on it.
Oh. I know how to open things that are locked.
Excellent jackpot. I think we could say that unlimited bar credit will be in order when I get back. I think we can all agree that I am now filthy rich.
And of course, all of that money doesn't do us any good. Because we're not going to be keeping it. I mean, this has got to be a big enough bribe for him. How much more than a huge treasure could you possibly want?
Core, I want you to have this treasure. I have a feeling I won't have any use for it where I'm going.
And he already swam away before you even said that. And he dropped a couple of things, one of which we need.
Core's helmet is lying on the sandy bottom.
It is a very fashionable helmet. Oh well, I always was a slave to fashion. This spear is totally cool. I could do some real damage with a spear like this. Just in case I get into a jam with my pants down.
Now, we've already found a use for a spear before.
It looks like there's an entrance to some tunnel or cave down here.
So, which of these two do you think is going to be important? Anyway, this should be a familiar looking room. We've actually been here before, but we couldn't get in.
This must be the directional indicator for the elevator platform. I don't see anything else of interest. Up we go. It's kind of fun, actually.
Now, this isn't the last point at which we can return to the Land of Mists, but if I do it any later than this, it means a lot of backtracking.
Wow, I'm back up here now. This planet is really connected and screwed up. Oh well, I'll just have to make the best of it. I don't want to go there again.
Yeah, there's nothing we could have left behind in the ancient city. But there is one thing that I left behind on purpose, just to show you how to come back and get it later. So, just kicking down the cobblestones as I head down the mountainous, winding path, back to a place we've been so many times before. And the guard is still asleep.
I kind of like this old blanket.
It will, of course, be vital in our quest. I feel kind of bad about stealing this guy's spear. I wonder if I can replace it.
The lizard guard couldn't be bothered.
Nope. So all we can do is head back into the Engulfed Fortress and get back on our way. Now that I have the all-important blanket. Yeah, believe me, you'll hate yourself if you leave this blanket behind and go any further. It's just not good. And at least now I already know how to get back down. Took me a while to figure this out the first time.
And down we go again.
Now see, it would be really neat to know that the worlds are connected, but that's pretty much the only shortcut of that type in the game. I believe the well in the first realm was supposed to have a similar purpose, but they removed it if it was ever going to be there in the first place, and it's meaningless. And take a guess where we are now.
It's one of the many openings connecting a series of underground tunnels.
That's right, we're in a maze of twisty passages, all alike. And there's absolutely no way I'm taking on this maze right now. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. So we'll pick up at the maze next time.
You got to make the morning last, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last, you move too fast. You got to make the morning